Hello and welcome to Bounding into Comics. My name is John Trent. I'm the founder and editor-in-chief at Bounding into Comics. And today, like pretty much everyone else on the internet, I've got a story about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars. And more importantly, we have actress Tiffany Haddish, who is going to be appearing alongside Nicolas Cage in The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, giving us her thoughts on Smith's slap to Chris Rock. If you don't know what happened at the Oscars last night, Smith slapped Chris Rock after Rock made a joke regarding Jada Pinkett Smith's physical appearance, specifically her shaved head. Pinkett Smith, for those who don't know, is Will Smith's wife. Rock joked, "Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it." He then added, "That was a nice one," seemingly implying that the joke was tame and he could have easily been more insulting. Following this joke, Smith walked up on stage and slapped Rock on the face. After slapping him, he turned around and walked to his seat. After being slapped, Rock replied, "Oh wow, wow, Will Smith just smacked the S out of me." Upon returning to his seat, Smith yelled at Rock, "Leave my wife's name out of your effing mouth." Rock responded, "Wow, dude, it was a G.I. Jane joke." Smith then responded, "Keep my wife's name out of your effing mouth." Rock then said, "I'm going to, okay?" That was the greatest night in the history of television. He added before returning to the programming of the night. Speaking to people at the Governor's Ball following the Oscars, Haddish said, "When I saw a black man stand up for his wife, that meant so much to me." She continued, "As a woman who has been unprotected, for someone to say, 'Keep my wife's name out your mouth, leave my wife alone,' that's what your husband is supposed to do, right? Protect you." And that meant the world to me, and maybe the world might not like how it went down, but for me, it was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen because it made me believe that there are still men out there that love and care about their women, their wives. Haddish didn't stop there. She continued saying, "Would you do that for your wife? Would you say, 'Keep my wife's name out your mother effing?' Like, yes, yes." People then notes that Haddish commented on the fact that Chris Rock is Will and Jada's friend before asking, "Why would you do that? He didn't even run the joke by her, but she was hurt though." Haddish then opined, "If she wouldn't have been hurt, Will probably wouldn't have said nothing, but you could see he was clearly, and they exploited it, they exploited her, so I have to do something. He protected his wife." She later added, "Will is fine." Haddish offered similar remarks to Entertainment Tonight. She was asked, "Would you define tonight as uncomfortable?" She proceeded to respond saying, "No, I would define tonight as a success. It was a great night tonight. First of all, I seen a man stand up for his wife, which we don't see that much anymore. That made me have hope." When asked to elaborate on her opinion specifically as a comedian, Haddish questioned, "I want to know how you felt about it. Would you want your husband to do that for you if you was clearly hurt? I mean, they put her face up on the screen. He looked over at his wife. She was hurt. What would you want?" After the Entertainment Tonight reporter gives a brief opinion, Haddish said, "Well, I just know she better take care of business when they get home because I know I would if my man did that for me." Haddish then went on to reveal that she spoke with the Smiths saying, "Oh, they know how I feel. Oh, they know how. That's my friends. They know." As for her opinion on Smith's acceptance speech for Best Actor, Haddish said, "I felt very proud. I felt gratified, and I just hope that more men are like that, care about their families. It's not just about you, right? It's not just about you, sir. What about your family? The people you create, the people that help you be who you are. That's important. That's what I think America forgot about." Haddish then questioned those criticizing Smith online, asking, "What are you doing for your family, who you protect?" As I kind of just mentioned, Smith did win the role for Best Actor for his role as Richard Williams in King Richard. During his acceptance speech, he apologized for slapping Chris Rock, albeit he also justified it. He began his acceptance speech saying, "Richard Williams is a fierce defender of his family. In this time in my life, in this moment, I am overwhelmed by what God is calling on me to do and be in this world. Making this film, I got to protect Anjanou Ellis, who is one of the strongest, most delicate people I've ever met. I got to protect Sanaya and Demi, the two actresses that played Venus and Serena. I'm being called on in my life to love people and to protect people and to be a river to my people," Smith said. "Now I know to do what we do, you got to be able to take abuse. You got to be able to have people talk crazy about you. In this business, you got to be able to have people disrespecting you, and you got to smile and pretend like that's okay. But Richard Williams, and what I loved, thank you, D. There's Denzel like interjects, and I think he says, "I love you." And then so Smith then continues saying, "Denzel said to me a few minutes ago, at your highest moment, be careful. That's when the devil comes for you." Smith then continued his speech saying, "It's like I want to be a vessel for love. I want to say thank you to Venus and Serena." I just spit. I hope they didn't see that on TV. "I want to say thank you to Venus and Serena and the entire Williams for entrusting me with your story. That's what I want to do. I want to be an ambassador of that kind of love and care and concern." He then apologized, saying, "I want to apologize to the Academy. I want to apologize to all of my fellow nominees. This is a beautiful moment, and I'm not trying for winning an award. It's not about winning an award for me. It's about being able to shine light on all of the people." He then lists off a number of the people that are part of the cast and crew of King Richard, as well as Venus and Serena and the entire Williams family. He then says, "Art imitates life. I look like the crazy father, just like they said. I look like the crazy father, just like they said about Richard Williams. But love will make you do crazy things." He then concluded by thanking his mother, the Williams family, and the Academy. So let's talk about the actual slap first. I don't think either Chris Rock or Will Smith were in the right. I think Chris Rock kind of just saw an opportunity. He looked over after cracking a joke about Will Smith, saw Jada there, saw that she had a shaved head, and decided to crack a joke kind of off the top of his head. I don't think that was like a scripted joke that he did, and he just kind of saw there and kind of rolled with it. And yeah, I think that was a little bit mean-spirited. I think Chris Rock was being mean-spirited. I don't think that was an appropriate joke for the Academy Awards. I don't think that's a really nice thing to do. So I think Chris Rock was wrong at cracking that joke. At the same time, Will Smith getting up on the stage and slapping him in the face is really wrong as well. There's absolutely no need for that. I think that is absolutely unacceptable. It should never have happened. Will Smith showed that he clearly lost control of himself in that moment, walked up and slapped him. Just utterly immature and unprofessional, and that's not what you expect from the supposed high society at the Oscars. So Will Smith slapping Chris Rock was definitely wrong, just as I believe that Chris Rock cracking that joke about Will Smith was wrong as well. And I'm sure people will have different opinions on whether or not you found that joke acceptable. I personally didn't. I didn't really think it was that funny either. I mean, G.I. Jane was like so many years ago. How many people actually really remember that? As for Haddish's comments, I don't think that they are right either. I think that she is in the wrong here as well. I don't think she should be justifying Will Smith slapping Chris Rock and praising him for physically attacking a comedian. I think that is just deplorable. I don't think that is how we should be treating each other. I think what is better is that they should have hashed it out, had some words, and talked about it. I don't think you need to be physically beating someone up or physically attacking them in order to get your point across. That's just absolutely unacceptable. And her praising that is unacceptable too. I don't think that is a model that we should be following. And Haddish's whole idea about hoping that more men are like that and care about their families, and then somehow slapping this guy because he cracked a joke, a bad joke, at your wife's expense is defending your family. That's just an absolute joke in and of itself. You're not really defending your family there. I think you're honestly making a mockery of your own family because it's showing that your family really isn't that strong and that they're so weak they can't take a joke and they need you to go up there and slap some sense into some guy. Just, again, it's the opposite of what Haddish is praising Smith for. That's not the kind of people you want to be. That's not really protecting your family. Protecting your family is more along the lines of someone's actually physically attacking them and you want to defend them. And I think if they're insulting you, again, you can approach that person in private, deal with that in private, and hash it out in private. And I think that's what a real man would do, someone who has real masculinity would do, and we didn't see that from either Will Smith or Chris Rock in this situation. The one person we did see real masculinity from, and we didn't actually really see it, it was kind of done off camera, but we get Will Smith talking about it in his acceptance speech is the advice Denzel Washington gave him, and that is the example we should be following is Denzel Washington's advice. Because Smith says that Washington said, at your highest moment, be careful, that's when the devil comes for you. And we saw that kind of. Chris Rock was clearly tempted with that bad joke. He saw it, he fell for that and went for it. And then Will Smith reacted to that temptation. So we got two wrongs, and they clearly, neither of them made a right. But fortunately, we did get something, I do think we did get something good out of this, is Denzel's comments there, because he's right. At your highest moment is when the devil is going to come for you and is going to try and get you, to bring you down and make you fall. And really, that's not like it matters what the people out there see. Like someone like me commenting on Will Smith, he shouldn't care what I think, but it's him personally caring. And I do think you kind of got that in his speech, where he realized what he did was wrong, and that he wants to be kind of this this better example. He wants to be able to protect people, to love people, and say, be a river to my people. And I hope he did learn something from this, and I hope Denzel gave him some great advice, which I think it does appear that he did, and I hope Will Smith takes it to heart and learns from it, and hopefully Denzel gave some advice to Chris Rock too, and that we see a lot of good come from this, rather than kind of maybe a sparring of words we might see in the media or something like that. And hopefully that's not the case, because we did get to see that Chris Rock is not going to be pressing charges, so I think that's a good sign for that. But those are my thoughts on the matter. I'm sure you guys have your thoughts. Let me know what you think. My name is John Trent, and you've been watching Bounding into Comics.